and welcome back, guys, to another episode of Six and Below with Darren and Erik. And this week, we're on an adventure with the Suicide Squad, and we're fighting an extra-dimensional being named Enchantress, also known as June Moon.
June Moon.
June Moon.
If you are new here, that's Six and Below Movie Podcast. We are the movie podcast what rate and watch and review films that are rated below 6 on IMDb. A little bit of a mouthful there, actually, wasn't it?
It was a bit.
Yeah, so basically, if films are 6 and below on IMDb, we watch them so you don't have to.
We do indeed.
So a little bit about this film that we're watching today is The Suicide Squad, as Erik introduces us. And the vitals for this film are as followed. Released in 2016 with an estimated budget of 175 million and taking in over 746 million worldwide. That is a massive figure there, isn't it, for it?
That is a big take.
This movie in 2016 was the 10th highest grossing movie, and it currently sits at a rating of 5.9 on IMDb. So that is why we are doing a review for this film today.
Yep.
The film was written and directed by David Ayer. Ayer also directed some pretty big movies, such as Bright, which was one of the first Netflix films on their own services. One with Will Smith and a few other big names in there, isn't there? But I can't remember off the top of my head. We've got Fury with Brad Pitt.
Brilliant film.
Watch featuring Jake Gyllenhaal.
Another good one.
And he was also involved in writing Training Day, SWAT, which was a bit of a bomb, really, wasn't it? So, that could be on here as well. LA Cool J, was it?
Yeah.
And Michelle Rodriguez.
Yes.
I can't remember who else was in it. And the original Fast and the Furious. This movie also stars some big names, including Will Smith as Deadshot, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, Jared Leto as the Joker, Joel Kinnaman as Rick. Yep. And just to let you know, guys, as well, if you like Christmas films, Joel Kinnaman has got one released on the 2nd of December, and it's described as John Wick meets Christmas.
Sorry, did you say John Wick? Christmas?
John Wick, Christmas film.
Yeah, because them two go together well, don't they?
But honestly, look at it. It's going to be the next big thing of probably next year, I'll probably say, because it's the start of December, really, isn't it? It comes out, but it'll be the big thing for next year when everybody starts watching it. And it's called Silent Night, so keep an eye out for that one, guys.
Of course it is.
So most of this budget was actually used on Will Smith, or a big chunk of it, shall I say. And he was actually paid 20 million for this role. 20 million. Whereas a poor little Margot Robbie was only paid 750k.
Wow. I'd say she's better in this film as well. She definitely would have deserved the 20 mil. If anyone's getting 20 mil, it's got to be Margot.
She brought the crazy to the house.
She definitely did. The thing is, I would say the film was probably more her film than it was Will Smith's.
It wasn't it, with all the side stories with Joker?
Yeah. But definitely, she plays this character so well. And I think this was her first outing as Harley Quinn, wasn't it?
I believe so, yeah.
She plays it well. I mean, what did she do afterwards? She had, was it Birds of a Feather? Was that right?
Ah, yeah, the spin-off one, wasn't it?
There's a spin-off one. And then obviously the next Suicide Squad.
Yeah, why is she actually in that one, though?
Which is the other Suicide Squad.
Yeah. There's Deadshot and everyone else are not in it, are they?
No, but to me, they get, what was it, Idris Elba?
Yeah. John Cena.
Yeah.
With that weird helmet on his head.
But do you notice that Idris Elba's character was basically Deadshot by a different name? He had the same kind of...
By default, it pretty much was the same, wasn't it?
I'm going to say superpower, but I'm not sure shooting a gun straight is really a superpower.
Yeah. I can't remember. Actually, it's been a while since I've seen that.
Yeah.
I remember, was it a shark guy in that spot?
Yeah. Is it King Shark?
I can't remember what his name is.
What's his name?
But yeah, he's actually, I really like that character.
It's like a bloke with the head of a great white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little legs.
Yeah. But no, I think after this one, because obviously the reviews have got a 5.9, which surprised me.
Yeah.
When we found it on the end of the last podcast, it did surprise me that it did have that rating, because it's not that bad of a film. There are parts of it that, they're a bit slow. The ending's not the best.
Very rushed, isn't it?
It does feel
part of the
rushed.
film, really, really good. Then towards the end, I think, like you say, just got rushed a little bit.
Yeah. opening, great. When they introduce the characters, you get a lot of the backstory. Characters, for instance, you've got Deadshot, Will Smith's character.
Yep.
He can literally, he's a hired assassin, gets caught by Batman, and but he can literally shoot a gun straight as an arrow. I guess that's his superpower.
Yeah. You mentioned about Batman then as well, when he got caught in the alleyway with his daughter. His daughter just stood in the way. She just proper done him dirty.
Yeah.
Like, please, Dad, don't do it. Don't do it, Dad. Behave. Go on, just go get arrested so I'll never see you again. Locked away in a pit. But I did actually like the fact that they played the Batman was Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
And I've really liked that. Same with Ezra Miller as well as the Flash.
Yeah, because the film's kind of a carry on from Batman versus Superman. Like the opening scene with Viola Davis's character, Amanda Waller. You kind of get that little kind of flashback to Superman dying.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a memorial, isn't it? She walks into the hotel.
Yeah, so you can see you get like a scene where there's a funeral taking place, and Superman's funeral. So obviously Superman's out the picture. The US government has shitted themselves, thinking, well, we've got all these superhumans about.
Yeah.
So what do you do in this situation? Apparently, you get a bunch of criminal metahumans and create a squad which you control, basically, by putting a chip in the neck. They'll explode if they do anything you don't like.
Yeah.
Makes perfect
One thing
sense.
that gets me as well is, like, say, when Amanda's in there, she's talking to the other generals, and one of them's actual David Harper as well, isn't it, from Stranger Things?
Yes.
Which I recognise.
like that guy.
I like that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite good. But she's explaining that she's got a crew of these like metahumans to fight other metahumans what are trying to go against the humanity and our human race and that lot at the moment. The only metahuman character in there is Diablo.
Yeah. Maybe Killer Croc, but that could just be a skin condition.
Yeah, I think it's just got really bad eczema.
Possibly.
It's got something going on, psoriasis.
I'm not being funny. If you're living in a sewer, you're gonna catch some kind of skin disease, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. But
then you got Captain Boomerang, who's a jewelry thief. Yeah, I mean, it's like, why is he there?
Cause that's it. Because when we meet him, when we're doing the backstories, it's kind of like all he is an Australian who likes boomerangs. He's a jewel thief. He loves the pink unicorns. Yeah. Apparently, he's got a unicorn fetish.
Harley Quinn, technically, she's not got any special abilities.
No.
But you got Deadshot, who's obviously shoots things and they die off on it.
Unless being a nutty bitch is classed as meta.
It'll be in this universe, though, isn't it?
Yeah. But like the Harley Quinn character, she does it really well. She's gorgeous. She's crazy. You want to fuck her, but you don't want to take her home to your mum.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. Yeah, she plays the character really well. I really like Margot in this. And obviously, it's kind of the start because I think she did a few films afterwards with Will Smith. Like she did, what's that one where the con artist?
That's got to batter your head all night now, isn't it?
It is going to batter my head. Yeah.
There's nothing worse for that.
No, there's really not. But yeah, so I think she really steals the show from everyone else, especially Will Smith. There was a lot of hype around at the time about her character, which isn't surprising because, like I say, she plays it so well. And then you've got Will Smith. Will Smith, great actor. Usually leads a film really well. I don't know about you, but I always notice even when he's playing a bad guy, he always has to have that kind of character arc when it turns out he is kind of a good guy.
Yeah, he's never really the true bad guy. He's never played
he's never really
a psycho killer or anything. He's always done like the hard done by criminal. He wants to be good, really.
Yeah, definitely. Some of his scenes are good.
I really like when they go to the prison and they actually meet Deadeye and he starts doing all the target shots and every single shot on the target is precisely the same.
Yeah. When he's shooting and it goes through the metal and the metal's glowing because every bullet's just going through the same bit. I don't know why I'm doing this. Sorry, guys. But yeah, it's going through every hole. Why do you call him Deadshot?
That's quite cool. But then on that scene as well, is we meet Killer Croc as well. And it's why did they decide to put somebody into the sewer as his cell. It's dark, it's dingy, there's water that he hides in. So when his guards go down to go and get him, they don't know where he is. He jumps out of the water, starts beating the crap out of everybody and throwing them around. Why don't you just put him with no water in a normal cell with loads of lights? So then when you go into the cell, you can't get ambushed or anything by him.
Well, exactly. But
Makes sense.
But then Flag, who's Amanda Waller's kind of special forces guy. Now, this guy, he's supposed to be like the best special forces person in the world. But if you know what he's showing this film, and I know the kind of the potty guys, or whatever you call them, are after him. But how many times does he nearly get kidnapped? Like, how many times do they have to save this guy's ass?
Every opportunity they got.
Every opportunity. But anyway, he goes up to Killer Croc to his cell when they visit the prison. And they're like, why have they put you in here? And he said, I want a sewer. Why? Why are you giving them what they want?
Just give him a request. That's what you do, isn't it?
Yeah.
I want somewhere that's like hard and difficult.
Because I'm not being funny. If you go into prison, I'm pretty sure they don't give you a list of what kind of cell you want. You know, would you like a cell with an ensuite? Do you want a roommate? Do you want a sewer? Do you want a cage in the middle of a room? But yeah. But let's just watch this shot of the prison where they give Will Smith the guns. Because he gets presented with this table full of guns, and you're like, why are they giving this guy who's never missed a shot in his life? It's literally his skill. A load of guns. And they're just stood there. Yeah, they've got a few guards around them, but I'm sure from what we see later on in the film, he could kill everyone in that area before they even get a shot off. Before they even realise what's going on.
Yeah, and it's this bit as well that gets me. Listen.
What's for dinner? Ames, if this man shoots me, I want you to kill him. And I want you to go clear my browser history.
Yes. Yeah.
I absolutely love that scene. He does that.
But yeah. But no, I like this because this guard at the beginning is giving him shit, calling him, what's his name? Floyd.
Yeah, Floyd.
They're calling him Floyd. No one calls me Floyd but my friends. Gives him some shit food and he says, first chance I'm going to get, I'm going to do you. And he points the gun at him. But then I love this when he shoots up in the air and he realizes it's actually a bullet. But it's the way Will Smith acts it, and he's like, "Oh shit!" Like smelling the gunpowder, and then he's like, "Here we go."
Kid in the candy shop. That's it. It is. It's a good scene, that one as well, isn't it?
It is good. It is good.
Yeah, but that guard as well that he pointed the gun to, it just power trips all the way through it, doesn't it? So at the start when we first meet him with Will Smith, it's like beating him in, and he goes to Harley Quinn, starts tormenting her, electrocutes her. And then beats her up as well, trying to do like medications and stuff. So every opportunity he gets.
Because they're trying to force feed her when she first goes in, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, but going back to the backstories as well. You know, the first scenes were Harley Quinn when you introduce to Harley. Amanda Waller's giving her the backstory. And then you meet her with the Joker. What do you think of Jared Leto? Is it Jared Leto? What do you think of his Joker? Tell me about his Joker.
Absolutely awful. Absolutely awful.
Yeah.
He's not a Joaquin Phoenix.
No.
He plays the Joker really, really well. And you genuinely believe that he has lost the plot and he's got a mental issue on that. And then you got Heath Ledger, who is probably, in my personal opinion, the best Joker out there.
Yes.
He plays the mannerisms, is the way he talks, he's licking his lips every time he's talking. That it looks like a true psycho. Somebody who's going to kill you, someone who's dangerous.
Yeah.
And then you got
Jack Nicholson.
Oh, mine went blank a little bit then, cheers.
From the original Tim Burton Batman. Well, you know, not the original.
What's your thoughts on him
I mean.
as Joker?
When I watched it as a kid, kind of, I don't know, he was a very serious Joker.
Yeah.
I can't really remember his performance in it now, but...
Have you watched it back recently, that Batman?
No, I imagine he's not stood up.
It's so bad. It's so bad. Oh my God, right. Talking about a funny story with Batman.
Yeah, go on.
So, do you know the new Robert Pattinson one that came out?
Yes.
Right. Did you like that one?
I did like that one. When they first announced Robert Pattinson as Batman, I was like, you're mad.
Yeah, why shovel-faced Batman?
Yeah.
I was thinking that's the worst thing, but it works so well. He done so well as the Batman. Really
did.
Well.
He really did. You need to give him his props for that. Because like when I first seen, I think it's like some of the trailers and stuff, I'm like, why have they made Batman into like a goth kid?
Yeah.
But then again, thinking about it, someone who runs around at night in black only really goes out at night dressed up as a bat is going to be a goth. I mean,
it's true.
The fact that he's so pasty and pale and stuff, it is believable because he never sees the daylight.
Yeah, I think he pulled it off really, really
He
well.
did pull it off.
Bit of a funny story about that. So when that first came out, and available on Sky to watch on Sky Cinema,
right,
I said to Leanne, "Do you want to watch the new Batman?" And she's like, yeah, okay, I'll watch it with you. Bear in mind, she's never seen any Batman before.
right.
So what I did,
Never?
none of them. So I put the original one, Tim Burton's, like the 1980s one. I put that on at first. It came up with a big bat sign. It shows, it's a bit crappy this, doesn't it? Not the picture quality. I was like, no, that's what they're going for. It's going for like retro because it's going back in the day when his like parents got killed and stuff. So it's a little bit of a flashback. That's why it doesn't look as good. And she's like, okay. And then you see the robbers. They've done like their robbery. They've gone onto the rooftop talking about what loot they've just robbed.
Yep.
And then, what's his name?
Michael Keaton.
He comes down, literally, you can see strings as he gets lowered in slow motion, wearing a pair of black trainers instead. Goes down, starts fighting her, and she's looked so good. This is rubbish. I thought it's meant to be dead good reviews and that lot. Is that Robert Pattinson? I just burst out laughing and I couldn't hold myself. Literally, the first 5 or 10 minutes of the film, she thought it was the new one, but it was the 1980 one.
You should have done the Clooney one with the nipples.
Oh my God, yes. Why have they got nipples?
I know.
Do you know how many butt shots there are in that film?
Bookshops.
Butt shots of arse cheeks.
Oh, butt shots.
Yeah, literally every other scene, right, is a close-up of either Robin's arse, Batman's arse, or Uma Thurman's arse.
Wow. That's a lot of ass.
It's really bad. It's a lot of ass.
Jesus.
There really is. And nipples.
I know about the nipples because it's kind of like, well, it's well known now, and he had the nipple suit. But no, I can't say I remember so many asses.
I believe that is below 6 on IMDb.
Is it?
So that might be on our
surprised.
podcast one day.
Was that Batman and Robin? That one?
Yes, I do
Yeah,
believe.
because that was the one with Arnie as Mr. Freeze, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the original Tim Burton's were a little bit more darker, if you realised.
Well, Tim Burton's films do tend to be quite kind of gothic. They have a gothic feel to them. Because you've got to look at what, like Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
Edward Scissorhands. My mind's just gone blank. Nightmare Before Christmas, Sleepy Hollow. You know, they've all got that gothic, dark feel to it. They were good. The first two of that series, I think they were the ones he directed. So you had what, Batman and Batman Returns. Because you had Danny DeVito as Penguin, and
he was
you had Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. Them films growing up, I thought they were ace.
Yeah.
But I've not watched them as an adult. That I can remember. That I don't think I have.
Yeah, so when Tim Burton stopped taking over, they got told by the executives and stuff, or the studios, that it was too dark and they need to sell merchandise to kids. So Tim Burton's was too dark for the kids, like to sell Happy Meals in McDonald's when they first came out, wasn't it, with George Clooney? You're all over your McDonald's, wasn't it? Mr. Freeze toys and Batman cars and that lot. But then all the merchandise just went through the roof, and that's where they made loads of money on the film.
Thing is, I remember as a kid, like you'd have films like Terminator 2, for instance, and then they'd be selling the Terminator toys to kids.
Yeah.
Like the T1000, whatever. And
Age for 4 to 9.
yeah. And it's like, how are kids even knowing what this is? Do you know what I mean? It's like, this was our generation, man. I never thought of it at the time. But I remember even seeing like alien toys, you know, with the alien.
Yeah, I remember some figurines when I was a kid.
That's what I mean. And it's like, why are they selling this shit to kids?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be adult films.
We're saying that though, it's like teddy bears, wasn't it, if you think about it? They make teddy bears like this cute, cuddly and fluffy thing for kids to cuddle, like they're dead friendly. If you go and do that to a grizzly bear in real life, you're not coming back.
You ain't coming away. You ain't having a cuddle with that bear, mate.
No, not at all.
Definitely not.
Right, let's get back to the film anyway.
Right, no worries. So the Joker character in this, from what we were saying before, so played by Jared Leto, method actor, crazy guy, sounds like he's nuts in real life. I mean, I'm trying to think of films he's been in. He was good in Lord of War with Nicolas Cage. Have you ever seen that film? Where he's an arms dealer. He was his brother, Nicolas Cage's brother.
I've not seen it for a while though, but yeah.
Yeah. But he was good in that. He's the one that, you know, that he helps him out at the beginning, but then ends up with like a drug addiction. And then I think he ends up getting killed later on. Anyway, he was good in that. But He's in a band, isn't he? Is it 30 seconds? 30 seconds to Mars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good band, actually.
So, but judging by this, but I think he needs to just stick to music. But apparently, he went full on method actor with this.
He did indeed.
Where he was just a Joker the whole time while they were on set. And I've heard some bad things.
So yeah, I've got some things here.
Yeah, go on.
Up
Go
on
on,
our little search for him.
What's he done?
So Jared Leto got so immersed in playing the Joker that he wouldn't break out of character even when he wasn't on set of filming. So wherever he was doing, he was always playing the Joker. He even sent his fellow cast members Joker-like presents, a live rat to Margot Robbie, which she's actually kept to this day. It might not be alive now, but she kept it afterwards.
Why though?
Bullets to Will Smith, a soiled Playboy magazine to the actor who plays Killer Croc, along with a dead pig, anal beads, used condom to the whole crew. Scott Eastwood commented that Leto frightened him at times with his behaviour, and Smith mentioned that he actually never met the real Leto because he was always in character. Every time you've seen him, like getting you dinner and stuff like that, he'll be doing his crazy laugh in the corner.
Who sends used condoms to someone?
I don't know, but if you talk about crazy meth actors, Shia LaBeouf, I've heard a lot of stories of him.
Have you? I know he went a bit nuts, didn't he? What was he? I'm not famous anymore. Did he wear that bag on his head?
On one of his films, he ripped out one of his teeth so he could look more authentic for the role. I think that might be... Was it Fiore he was in?
That's taking things a bit too far, isn't it?
No, the World War II film.
Yeah.
I think it's for that film.
Fiore with Brad Pitt in the tank and...
Yeah.
The one you mentioned before, the guy directed this.
Yeah, so he does quite a bit of method acting as well. And obviously Heath Ledger, unfortunately, is not with us today, is he? And a lot of people do say that is because he's method acting playing the Joker.
You have got to get to a nutty place, but I think sending used condoms to the crew is probably a little bit too much.
Yeah, and soiled Playboy magazines.
But, yeah, fucking hell.
Each to their own, though. Each to their own.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, no, I don't suppose. Who does that? Who does that? Anyway,
crazy.
But no, his performance in this, I think he just over crazied the Joker. I don't even know how that's possible. The whole look. See, I don't know if it's so much the acting. I don't know if it's so much like the acting of what he did, or whether it's the look. Well. The what? Sorry.
His looks, like with the green hair, the way they had it, slicked back, his silver teeth.
The silver teeth looking like Jaws from James Bond. It's like,
yes,
it's just, it was a bit silly. Like, obviously we know the Joker, he has green hair, he has pale skin and so on. But he was just wrong. Whoever cast him for this role, because I remember at the time, I think he was getting a lot of hype because I think they released some footage from the film of him playing the Joker. But then if I remember correctly, I think they cut quite a lot of his scenes out of the film.
Yeah.
Because how long was he in total?
7 minutes.
7 minutes.
And he was paid $7 million.
$7 million for 7 minutes worth of film.
Screen time, yeah.
£1 million a minute.
Screen time, yeah.
Fuck me.
Crazy, isn't it?
And this guy sent used condoms.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
I know what goes through the people's mind, eh?
I know, but...
So moving back on with the film at the moment. We've skipped a few scenes now, and we've got Enchantress. She's kind of done a dirty on Rick to try and get away and try and get her heart off Amanda, but Amanda's asleep with it and not really letting go with her heart, isn't it?
We need to explain that a bit. So basically, you've got the character of June Moon, played by Cara Delevingne, is it?
Yeah.
Am I pronouncing that right? I'm probably ruining it. So you got this character, June Moon. She's an archaeologist. She's in deepest jungle somewhere. She's searching for some hidden treasure. Anyway, she comes across this cave. She starts hearing voices, and she finds this doll.
It's like a totem or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a little totem. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know what they taught her in archaeology school, but artifacts like that, you usually want to try and keep them intact, to put them in a museum.
Yeah, you don't open it up and start sniffing the powder out of it.
She rips her head out, has a good old sniff. All of a sudden, she starts hallucinating an Enchantress who just happens to look exactly like her.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if that's she takes on their form or what. I don't know that much about the character. But
I presume so, yeah.
anyway, so Amanda can control Enchantress. They go back to where June Moon found the totem originally, somehow find her heart. Now, her heart is her only weakness. She keeps it in her briefcase. And this is how she controls her, because apparently if she stabs her heart, it's the only way to kill her. Bit of a weird...
It's a bit like a voodoo doll, isn't it, as such?
Yeah.
Yeah, keep poking it and it'll cause damage to her.
But then in Amanda's infinite wisdom, she gets Flag, the special forces guy we spoke about earlier, to basically be a bodyguard in the hopes that they will fall in love and start banging.
That's it, swiped right.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And then that's kind of her insurance policy.
Insurance policy for it. Because she's trying to blackmail Rick to make sure he's always...
Rick Flag.
Yeah, he's always make sure she doesn't do anything too bad, but at the same time, like Enchantress is trying to use Rick as well, isn't there?
In some ways, yeah. So you've got Amanda who wants Flag on board, Rick Flag on board. I think he knows that Amanda controls Enchantress, so it's kind of like this weird kind of triangle where she's getting control over them both.
Yes,
because Flag's kind of a right hand man in this.
Yeah.
Which again, I think he's probably the worst special forces person I've ever seen in a film.
Oh God, how many times does he get kidnapped?
Oh, mate. I lost count, to be honest.
I think there's at least 3 or 4 times where he gets jumped by them and dragged away.
Yeah.
Every single time, because Enchantress is obviously trying to keep him alive.
Opening-wise, this film, great opening, I think.
Really
great soundtrack. You know, you've got, Sympathy for the Devil. And then you're going through the backstory, but at least you're getting a backstory on them. And then you're introduced to Deadshot, Harley Quinn. You find out how they were captured. Good scenes. But then you find out that obviously Harley Quinn, when she was known as Harleen Quinn, was actually the Joker's psychiatrist in Arkham. Yeah. She fell in love with him. He asked her for a machine gun. Next thing is, he's torturing her on the bed.
That's it. And then she's like the right-hand man for him. Everywhere they go, like partners in crime. And then you see him in the club a little bit later on as well with, looks like a gang member of some sort who's trying to pay his respect to the Joker.
Yeah.
And gives her a compliment. Then Joker's like, oh, wait a minute. You like her, do you?
You like my bitch?
Yeah. Why don't you come over here? And then it starts doing a little bit of a teasing.
Yeah.
They say, it's kind of like saying, what, do you not think she's good enough? And he's not trying to take him on because he wants to try and keep respect for Joker, doesn't he?
Yeah, but what would you do in that situation? You've got this crazy green-haired fella.
I think you're dead either way.
Seems to run most of Gotham City. Yeah. I wouldn't even go over.
Oh.
Why is he even going over to say hello?
Yeah. But like you say, looking at him, I don't know how the hell he's managed to take over Gotham.
Well, I don't. He's a joke. Literally, he's literally a clown.
Yeah. That's what, it's not like Pennywise, is it?
No.
Do you know what I mean? Something scary, like a scary clown or something.
Yeah, he literally looks like a joke. But then again, in the comic books, the guy wears a purple suit, green hair.
Yeah.
You know? So, I just think we were spoiled a bit with Heath Ledger's performance before this.
Yeah.
Because I think everyone was kind of comparing it to him at the time. So I don't know if we were being a bit too harsh, but to be honest, I think in the opening scenes for the backstory of Harley, he needed to be there because Joker and Harley, they go hand in hand, partners in crime and all that, Bonnie and Clyde. To add him further into the story later on.
Yeah, I think there's too many flashbacks, wasn't there, throughout the whole film?
Well, it's not even that. It's the failed attempt to try and save her. But if you're watching the film, like when after the club scene when they're being chased by Batman in the Lambo or whatever it is, the supercar, he ditches the car into the river and basically leaves Harley.
Yeah,
does one. Who wants that?
That's it. And then
why is she still loyal to him?
He's then trying to rescue her then out of jail, doesn't he? Because he starts blackmailing that guard who's a bit of a douche.
Yeah.
Because he owes some money playing poker by the looks of it.
Yeah. But speaking of weird scenes, there is a weird scene in it when I think they get wind of where Harley's being held, and one of the henchmen comes in. We can pull the scene up. It's where he's in a circle surrounded by knives.
Oh yeah, that's a weird scene, that one.
It's very weird. So we zoom out and he's surrounded by knives, but then baby clothes in the corner.
Oh, I've not noticed them.
Who's laid all that shit out? Why? Why would you spend all your time?
Hey, is she gone on a Suicide Squad mission while she's pregnant?
Maybe.
No one's hinted at it, and nothing gets mentioned of it. But his baby clothes lying around.
He's got so much time on his hands running this criminal empire that he just sits in the middle of a circle of knives. Who owns that many knives?
Well, some people like to collect teaspoons or magnets every time they go away on holiday. He's got like a Lanzarote knife, then he's got a Cypress knife. So every time he goes away somewhere, like Brooklyn, New York, and stuff like that.
Well, what do you buy? Someone who's got everything? Set of knives?
Set of knives.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
So I think we need to talk about Enchantress's weird infatuation with her brother. So it turns out Enchantress has a brother, and Amanda Waller just happens to also have the idol with him in.
Yeah.
Anyway, Enchantress disappears from Flag one night, goes to Amanda's apartment, and whilst trying to get the heart, I think she can't get too close to the briefcase with the heart in.
I think when she went towards it, if I remember correctly, it looked like
little,
something armed, didn't it?
Yeah. So
like
I think
a little red button beeps or something.
Yeah, so I think there must be so she can't get to the heart. That if she gets too close, it'll just destroy it. But then she realizes that Amanda's also got a brother. She frees him, but then they have some kind of this weird incestuous relationship.
I never picked up on that at first, but now you mention it, yeah.
Brother and sister love there, mate.
Yeah, but I really do like the scene and how they did it with the CGI. So when she goes to release her brother, she gets the totem. She goes into like underground subway station toilets, and just appears behind a guy as he's getting washed. Yes. He looks up and she just pulls him through the mirror, like smashes his head against it, and then opens up the pot. Chemicals or dust comes out of the pot into the guy, and that possesses him. Then, and I thought they shot this really, really well. I think the director done a fantastic job. This cinematography for it is. Yeah, I think just really, really well how they've done it.
Yeah, it was good. Because like he's just there in the bathroom, and then all of a sudden her hands come out the mirror. Yeah.
Just minding his own business on the phone, looks up, like, what the hell?
I know. Her kind of way she wants to get revenge. So it sounds like back in the day, 6,000 years ago, ever, they were worshipped as gods, her and her brother. And the humans turned against her. So they come back. And now she's like, I think she says to him, they now worship machines instead of them.
Yeah.
So she decides she's going to build a machine.
Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah. So if someone who's like obsessed with the iPhone and stuff,
yeah,
you know, just get them a bigger iPhone so we can destroy them.
I don't know if you noticed in quite a few films in like 2010s, like when this was made, all the bad guys, when they kind of got magical powers, they always seem to make some kind of beam into the sky.
Yeah, that's a good point. Actually,
have you noticed that? I think the Avengers had it.
It's a little bit of a trope, isn't it?
But like the story to this, that you get the Suicide Squad together. You know, rather than go in to try and stop Enchantress, they're going on like a rescue mission for a very important person, a VIP.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. It's like HV1 or something like that.
Yeah, high value target, HVT.
Ah, there you go. I was close.
But why aren't they trying to stop Enchantress? Because Superman's dead. Because to be honest, when we decided to watch this film, I forgot that it was after Superman had died, because I was thinking, if I remember, why didn't they just send Superman in? But then obviously he's dead. So strike that from the record.
Yeah, because at the start, nobody actually knew what the mission was as such, was it? They just told him, like, you got to go inside. Terrorists has taken over. It's a dirty bomb, what's gone off. And you're to rescue the high-value target.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the mission. And then it changes later on, doesn't it? Because Amanda gets kidnapped.
Yeah.
And then that's when it changes. So then obviously they've got to carry on to get Amanda.
Yeah, it's a good scene when they're getting everyone together. So Enchantress and her brother, and have kind of got a bit AWOL. She's disappeared, hasn't she?
Yeah, she
And then
absconded.
They're like, right, well, we need to gather the Suicide Squad up. So they start getting them all together. I do like this bit because, as they're trying to get them, they're all like fighting back. I think Harley takes down a few of the guards and stuff. But then you find out that because you're thinking, how are they going to control them? But it turns out that they're putting little bombs in the necks.
Yeah, like a little microchip bomb, isn't it?
Yeah.
And she's got an iPhone app as well, if you notice. Like a little picture of them all.
Yeah. Well, when Will Smith's character gets wheeled up and like, anyone who touches me is going to die, and they're just ignoring him.
Yeah. I really like that bit, actually.
Next one that's going to touch me.
Anybody? Ah! Oh, lady. Hey. Hi, miss.
Location verified. Next.
Are you deaf? You one of them deaf hoes.
You one of them defos.
Louis like, nobody touched me. Ah, my neck.
Yeah. No, nobody damn touch me. Nobody touch me. Oh, you one of them deaf. You one of them defos. Right. And then we come to a scene, right? So the douche card has been compromised by the Joker because of his gambling debt. But then what I don't get is right in front of soldiers while the wheeling Harley on like a wheelchair all strapped on. There's soldiers behind him, and he just walks up to her and goes, gives her a phone that has a picture of the Joker on it, saying like, our mutual friend asked me to give you this.
Yeah.
How?
Exactly.
No
It's not very
them.
inconspicuous, is it?
No, so number one, how does no one hear them? Number two, why does no one say, hold on, stop, guys. This guy's just giving her a phone.
Yeah. Or even search them.
No, I know, that's what I mean. Like, if we can put the scene up here, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
It is bad, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then it goes on to the next bit as well when Joker then figures out what type of chips have been used, into the next, and obviously how to turn it off, etc. So him and his squad go into the factories and that lot. The scientist guys holds the hostage to get the right chip, then, isn't it, for Harley, so we can then deactivate the bomb, isn't it, later on? Yeah,
because I didn't really notice this bit at first, the breaking into this lab, because it's kind of at the same time as when they've just had the chips put in.
Yeah, it threw me off the first time I watched it.
Yeah,
I didn't notice it.
Because you're like, who is this guy? Why did he want this scientist? But like I said before, I don't see why the Joker's in this film past the original intro with Harley. I think there was no need to be in.
No, yeah, overplayed him, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then we've got a scene as well where June Moon, Enchantress, she goes missing. So her brother, Enchantress's brother. Do we actually ever get a name on him?
I'm not too sure.
It's just brother, isn't it?
I think just to call him his brother.
Yeah. So he's kind of she tells him earlier to start feeding on the humans to build up his strength. So they realize obviously that he's now been released and he's causing shit in the city, and so for some reason they then go and take her with Flag.
Yeah.
And I think you find out later that the plan is that they've got this bomb and she's supposed to kind of teleport to him and drop the bomb off. But there's no one seemed to think, well, who is this guy? Surely they should know it's a brother.
That's it. Go kill your siblings for us, will you?
But then it kind of completely wipes out the whole thing about Amanda having the heart.
Yeah.
Because Flag comes over the radio and tells Amanda that the Enchantress has done one. And she starts stabbing shit out of the heart. Yeah. And then she goes to her brother and goes, brother, help me. And then he shares the power with her. And it's like, well, it's kind of just made the heart pointless.
Yeah, because it does nothing for her then, doesn't it, after that?
No, because it's supposed
like
to...
the shared powers.
It's
so
supposedly supposed to kill her.
She's now really strong now, isn't she? So she can start like looks of it. She's gathering all the scrap metal around, like all the cars and washing machines and anything else that's metal for this machine.
To make this bloody machine. I don't know what machine she's making, or even if she knows what a bloody machine is. Her whole character, I think, she starts off okay. But then later on, all she seems to be doing is just kind of casually dancing them out.
Yeah, it's not much dialogue for them, is there?
I think the next scene I like as well is when
they're
all getting
dressed.
Yes. So when the Suicide Squad have all arrived at the edge of the city, they're about to go in. They're saying, like, we're going to get you kitted up. Flag comes and gives his prep talk where he tells them that they've got these little grenades in the necks. And it's a nice scene when Harley's going through all her stuff, and then it kind of pauses. Can we bring it up on her?
Yeah. Just before that, one thing I do actually like with Harley Quinn is this little line.
What was that? I should kill everyone and escape? Sorry. The voices.
No, I do
Yeah,
like
she
that.
just plays Psycho really, really well.
But if we can bring up the scene,
This Captain Boomerang is a
go
jewel
on.
thief, and they bring him in like just a sack. It's like a body bag, isn't it? They open him up.
yeah,
It's like, who is this guy?
It's like, I don't get him, mate. I don't get why he's even in it. And then you get this kind of Native American fella. who
Yeah, I
can
think it's
apparently-
called Slipknot or something, and he's pretty much cannon fodder.
Pretty much, because he dies like straight away, doesn't he? I think doesn't Captain Boomerang say to him, "I don't think these ships are real."
The Alliance was going, you can escape.
Oh,
I'm distracted.
And he goes up the building, doesn't he? And then head
Yeah,
explodes.
it's just explodes straight away for it.
Right, go on. So we'll pull up the scene where they're getting all the
All the gear ready.
gear ready. This bit with Harley Quinn, it always makes me laugh. Yeah, so we've got the scene up there where she's getting dressed, and and then everyone's kind of stood around watching.
Everyone just stops
Even the women as well. So we got the scene when they're all getting onto the helicopters, and then we get introduced to Katana. What are your thoughts on her?
They didn't really utilize her whatsoever.
Not really.
At first, have you noticed she's like really keen to kill them all?
Oh no. Wouldn't you be though?
As soon as she steps on there, I can't remember which one it was. Might be Harley Quinn. It would give Rick some like bit of mouth.
Yeah, and
She pulls a sword out straight away. It's like,
oh no.
trying to kill them all.
Well, she's got that
Calm
special
down.
sword, hasn't she? Where it traps her souls. But have you noticed later on, she's talking to the sword, and
Yeah,
it's her
her
husband. Yeah.
Yeah, because her husband's trapped inside
It's
it.
It's a sword that killed her husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So his soul's then trapped inside it. But
Yeah.
yeah, they don't really utilize her whatsoever.
So with this helicopter scene as well, the one thing I didn't get, I don't know if I missed something, but when they're flying through the city,
Yeah.
they get shot at. One of the choppers goes down. Who shoots at them?
Jellymen.
The Jellyman.
Yeah, I don't know what they're calling this, so I'm just going to call them Jellymen for the purpose of this.
Jelly babies.
Yeah, so the Jelly Babies. This is one thing that got me as well, right, when I was watching it. I get it that Enchantress can turn everybody into these little Jellymen, into her personal army. Because
Yeah.
we find out in a second that they're wearing like the watches and jewel are still on them and stuff. So it's like
Yeah.
personal effects are still on them. And they're now controlled by Enchantress. But where does she get all the guns? And where does she get all the ammo to
Well,
equip them with?
Well, yeah.
Because
That's
every
what I mean,
single one of
because-
them have got guns. Like you say, they shoot down the helicopter crashes, it starts rolling around, and not a single one of them has got a scratch on them. They walk
No.
out perfectly fine, they go, just dust themselves off, and just walk slow
Metahumans,
motion
mate.
through the fire.
But you've got a point there, because that gun that took down that helicopter was a big caliber. It's like, where'd they getting this from?
Yeah, and this is that scene now as well we were saying before with Slipknot and a Boomerang where they're talking about each other. And Boomerang's like, go on, you'll be all right. Get away from that. Go on, you'll be all right. Trust me, it's a con. So a little bit of a fight breaks out. Boomerang throws his boomerang, misses completely, tries to run away. And then Slipknot on this scene, it just goes up and then his head goes pop.
So Boomerang does what he does best. Throws his boomerang. What are you going to do, Captain Boomerang? The thing is, right, what is even his superpower? This guy, he can apparently climb anything. Well, so can I if I had a bloody grappling hook that came out.
It's like,
How is that a superpower?
is it an exosuit or something like exoskeleton suit he's got?
See, I don't know, but like you said, he's literally just cannon fodder. He's just there to show that this bomb in the neck actually works.
Yeah, because it's literally
It's not bluff.
30 seconds to a minute.
Yeah. He comes
Not much
in,
at all.
he punches a woman, the prison guard, which is a bit daft. He gets out the car when you first meet him. Prison woman calls him a scumbag, and he punches her in the face. Great guy. He's in the film for about 2 seconds. Captain Boomerang whispers in his ear, I think the bluff, and he shoots off. Oh,
Go on, mate. Go on, mate. You can do it. You can do it, mate. Go on.
Go on,
Let's
mate.
go for it.
Let's put another shrimp on Barbie.
You call that a
Can't do
knife?
accents. Call that a knife.
Oh, but this is a really good scene, actually, I think, on this film. So it's the first scene that we actually meet the Jellymen.
The
And
jelly
they start
babies.
coming towards them. Have you noticed on this bit, right? When they're shooting at the Jellymen at first,
Yeah.
they're bulletproof. They're firing so many bullets. You see all the bullets landing on the floor.
Oh,
And they're not doing
Bullet
any
sponges.
single damage. But then Harlequin pulls out a baseball bat and manages to kill them straight away.
but doesn't Amanda Waller, when she's on the radio, say something about them, telling them not to engage? Because part of the team goes off down an alleyway, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But then they just stand there staring at them until they start attacking.
I really enjoyed the scene, though, is when Deadshot,
Deadshot, yeah.
so Deadshot gets on top of the car
Yes,
and he shows
Yeah.
his skills, what he's really like.
mate. I was about to say that because he's on the car and he's just like boom, 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 boom.
It's a
boom,
great
just popping
scene,
them.
isn't it? It is
It
a
is.
really, really great scene. And that's why you paid
Yeah,
20
this
million.
bit. So let's bring it up on a. Yeah, this bit is just like boom, 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 boom. Fucking love it.
It is really good, isn't it?
Because that's what I was saying earlier, when they're giving that gun at the prison, and he could have killed all them guys before they'd even get shot off. He quite clearly could have.
And he walks past him and say, that's what you paid for. Or was it like a cut and run or something?
Yeah,
Kept saying
because
to him.
Flag says to him, doesn't he? He says, I bet you'll be the first one to cut and run when the shit goes down. They start giving him shit because he did fuck all during that scene.
Yeah, do you know what? To be fair with Captain Boomerang, I quite like this bit. This.
Oh, yeah, you're the fire bloke, eh?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Right, yeah, hey. Well, looky here. Ooh, it's a fire.
Pulls out his lighter.
It did actually make me laugh when seeing that bit.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, the lighter.
Ooh, fire!
And Rick is saved for the first time.
Yes.
We need to get a little dinger, don't we?
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding.
Every
Rick's
time
getting
he gets
taken.
rescued. Don't you think that scene as well, where it goes to Enchantress and it's like outside the building, you got the big blue line coming up. Don't you think it's got like a Ghostbuster-esque about it?
It does a bit. It looks almost like Independence Day.
Yeah.
With the beam coming down. But what is with the sky beams?
I don't know. I think, like you say, it's a big thing in the early 2000s or so. What year was this
Well,
out?
2010s.
What year did this come out originally?
2016.
2016, I thought it was.
When did this come out?
Yeah, so it was 2016. So it's newer than actual I thought it was then.
Yeah.
What year did the Suicide Squad come out?
Not long ago.
That's probably about 2 years ago, wasn't it? Maybe 3.
Yeah, maybe a bit longer. But yeah. It was definitely a few years after this. Because the thing is, DC Comics, and well, Warner Brothers and DC, you know, they've got these, they've got the rights to these characters.
Yeah.
But they want to do something like Marvel have done. But they just miss the mark on so much.
so
It's
much.
just, they just waste the characters.
Yeah, I have noticed that as well with all the DC films. They tried it with Batman versus Superman, and that film could be quite easily on this podcast as well. Have you seen it
Probably
before?
could, yeah. And then you've got the Justice League. The original cut, my God, that was fucking terrible. The Snyder cut, on the other hand, fucking brilliant.
Which one?
The Snyder cut. Have you seen the Snyder cut of the Justice League?
No, I don't think I have.
Have you not?
No.
Mate, you need to watch it. Brilliant.
So there's 2 different cuts for it.
Yeah. You don't know all that hoo-ha?
No.
So basically, you had I can't remember his first name, but Schneider. Was it Zack Snyder?
Rob Schneider.
Not Rob Schneider. You could do it. Zack Snyder. So he was the original director for the Justice League, But I
Right.
think he had a family tragedy. I think his daughter died halfway through shooting it. So I think I think they had to bring
a
in
different director took over, didn't they?
yeah. So was it Josh Whelan or something like that? So they brought him in to basically. I think most of the film had been filmed, but they were just had to do the editing, and I think they brought him in to do that, and he fucked it up. So there was big petitions online to release the Snyder Cut. So they eventually relented and released the Snyder Cut. It's about 3 hours long, but
Right.
it's brilliant, and it adds almost like this this kind of follow on to the whole story where Superman's gone bad in the future, and he's got his black super suit on, and you've got like Batman, the Joker, things like Aquaman and them guys, like in the future in this post-apocalyptic world, basically fighting against Superman. Like you just see a glimpse into the future about that.
Yeah.
Well, that would have been a great story arc. But I think the problem they had is they had Ben Affleck playing Batman, but in his later years. So I think he was supposed to be after like, do you know how like in like the Dark Knight trilogy,
Yeah.
when you had him getting older and he was getting all his injuries and all that shit.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be kind of like after that, where he's kind of reaching the edge of his limit. He's reached his prime, and then you had like Superman. But I think they just kind of fucked it. If they had gone with that franchise and continued that story, I think it would have been a great series of movies.
Yeah,
really.
definitely.
Almost
100%.
on par with the Marvel shit and the Infinity Wars.
Yeah, 100%, mate. They have missed out on that, haven't they?
Yeah, but you need to watch the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for that one, actually. See if I can see it anywhere.
I think it might even be on
Sky Cinema.
Sky. Yeah.
Yeah. Was the actual code like Schneider cut on it? Or
Yeah.
director's cut or
Justice
anything?
League Snyder Cut.
Right, yeah. Never seen it.
Brilliant, mate. It's about 3 hours long, but it's really good.
Yeah, definitely keep an eye out for that. Have you noticed on the next scene as well as they move up? So the searching through like office blocks now, aren't they? To try and get towards
Yes.
where the target is. So as they get inside the office block, the jelly men people, they just drop through the ceilings.
The Jelly Babies.
Yeah, the jelly, honestly, it's like with a crouch down or something. They just literally drop down and start firing. They have like a little bit of a fight scene again. But it's not the top building, like top floor of the building. It's like mid-floor
Yeah.
on the apartment blocks. So how are they falling through the floors? There's only like half a foot space in between like the cavities where the wire is going.
It's not the best fight scene.
No.
I think the only good bit in this is that you see Diablo use his powers properly for the first time, because
Yes.
Deadshot kind of eggs him on, and he's kind of like getting in his face.
Yeah,
telling
he's
him
like,
he's a fucking
I'm
dickhead.
touching you.
Yeah.
Do something.
Like if we can put the scene up.
Yeah, the CGI on this bit, it's fantastic, I thought.
Yeah.
I thought it's showing like his true powers of how powerful he actually is.
Yeah.
And I mean,
'Cause,
Will
mate,
Smith as well.
You fucking shit yourself. You're there in his head going, come on, boy. What
Yeah,
you,
he just
what you
turns
doing? You've
around,
not
looks
done
at you,
fuck
and
all."
you're like,
And you're like,
getting
I
annoyed.
was kind of joking there.
Phil Jackson, right? Yeah, we good.
Who's Phil Jackson?
I don't actually know, I was wondering that.
Like Phil
His name's
Jackson, I just
Floyd.
want to get you there. His name's not Phil, surely. Surely he's not
No,
called
he,
Phil
he
Jackson.
doesn't look like a Phil Jackson.
He's definitely not Phil Jackson.
Definitely not.
I know who
Definitely
Phil
not.
Jackson
Something's
is.
gone wrong there, hasn't it?
But it ain't him.
Cut scenes again, which I don't think it was needed.
Oh, with
With
Harley and the
Quinn.
Joker.
Yeah, they keep doing it, don't they? Every so often.
Like little
They'll
flashbacks.
throw it back, yeah, little flashbacks and stuff. I just don't think it's needed whatsoever.
Like I said, the continuation of the Joker storyline, it just didn't be there because he adds nothing to it. Yeah, he tries to rescue Harley about, just halfway through the film. But he doesn't do it. He adds nothing to the story. There's just no need for him to be there.
No, like you say, though, the start of it, yeah, I get it. I get the start. 15 flashbacks, what they keep
Yeah.
having every time she looks over the edge, etc. To try and push this little love story between them. Yeah, I don't buy it.
But you wouldn't need any of that shit.
They finally get to the room and they open it up to see who the high value target is.
I like this. Like when I originally watched the film, it was a bit of a twist that it is Amanda that they're actually there to save.
Yeah.
Now, You already know that she's a bit of a bad bitch, but the guys that have been in this room with her, helping her out, you know, doing the sit reps on the situation and so on.
She's a
And
bitch.
she just turns around and shoots them all.
Yes.
What a bitch!
It's ruthless, isn't it?
It is ruthless.
And then Rick's thinking like, shit, is she gonna do the same to me?
You would be thinking that.
Yeah, 100%. It's just like kills everybody.
Mate, I mean, she goes on about how these people are bad people. She's the worst one of them all.
Oh, 100%. Every single line, she's scheming, she's trying to backstab them, or even trying to kill them just to get her own way.
I know.
Right.
I mean, she got the squad assembled, sent through all this shit. Fuck what Enchantress is doing. She's killing people over there.
Oh,
Come
she's
and
not
save
bothered,
me.
is she?
She's not fucked.
No, she's like,
It's
yeah,
her
come
fault.
get me out. Come get me out.
It's her fault though, mate. It's her fault.
Yeah, 100%.
Mate,
Like,
she hadn't been literally snoozing on the job. Or even, you had her brother there contained in this doll. You wouldn't just keep it in your apartment, would you?
she's actually using it as a bookshelf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would
Just hold a few
You
books on the
put it-
shelf.
You'd put it in some vault somewhere where not even Enchantress can get to it. Definitely not in next door. It was basically, it was in a cupboard, it was in a closet, because Enchantress goes into her bedroom, sees the heart, goes, hold on, I know that voice. That's my brother.
Yeah, she don't go there originally looking for it, does she?
She doesn't know. She's there for the heart. And it just happens to be that she's got a brother in closet.
Oh, God. Just imagine she sold a brother in like an antiques car boot sales.
In a museum.
This film would be a lot different, wouldn't it?
Oh, it would.
Oh, poor old Margaret wakes up in the middle of the night for a piss. And the little totem's talking to her.
Oh, fucking hell. But no, I think the film up until, I'd say, the last 45 minutes, good.
Yeah, really, really good
But
until
no.
the end. And the end, like you say, mate, it's just rushed. It's not too good at
Because-
all.
Don't get me wrong, they have dragged it out a bit because if you think about it, just the intro bits where they introduce it, they don't finish the introductions to people till I think it's like 50 minutes into the film.
Yeah, we are an hour and 10 minutes into the film. We'll just figured out the twist.
Yeah, but
As
it's
well.
like, oh, and then we have the scene where the Joker comes along. So Amanda's called a helicopter to come and pick her up, which, why she needed them to come there together if they're just going to call a helicopter in anyway.
Yes.
What a fucking waste of time.
It defeats the whole object. Why didn't you just get
It
a helicopter
does.
in the first place?
Exactly. Why did they get the helicopters to come and drop them off? I know one of them was shot down, but the other one was still fine. But even so, when they get to her, they literally, all they've done is they've gone through the city to fight everyone just to get her out of that room and escort her to the roof.
Yes.
That's literally all they've done. So then she calls in the chopper. The chopper comes, and who's fucking on board?
The Joker.
Fucking Joker.
And to top it off as well, right? Like you've just been saying then, right? Instead of sending the Suicide Squad to then fly off in a helicopter,
Yeah.
right? Because the Joker's took the first one. She actually radios in for a second helicopter.
I know.
So they're not short of helicopters. And with this
Exactly.
film as well, right? When Amanda's helicopter gets shot down, that's the third helicopter to get shot down in this film,
I know.
right? If I'm taking any mode of transport whatsoever, it's not going to be on a helicopter for sure.
It's really fucking not. Because if you notice as well, she calls in her helicopter.
Yeah.
It comes and it flies down through the city. And then her brother, the Enchantress's brother, just goes, knocks it out of the sky.
Straight away. And she
Straight
probably
away.
screws them over as well, right? Amanda's helicopter comes, the backup helicopter they had like loaded.
Yeah.
Right? When it comes in, she goes, oh, I'll radio with one for you guys.
Yeah, like she's going to do that.
It's just like, yeah, I'm leaving you guys. Look, stand
Yeah,
by, I'll send
stand
another
by, I'll be
helicopter.
back. There's no way that bitch is coming back. But then when it dives down through the city, it lets off all these, what they call
Like
shafts.
heat-seeking flares.
Yeah, but who the fuck's got a heat-seeking missiles in that city anyway? And then look, yeah, like, then the brother just happens to be there. And just goes,
I didn't, do you know what, when I first watched it, I didn't know it was the brother. I thought it was gunshots because it happened quite fast.
Yeah. Well, it is a bit because I think the gunshots coming from the helicopter. So the helicopter's coming down, and I think it starts shooting.
Yeah.
But why? You're in a fucking helicopter. Go up.
Yeah.
Why?
There's no need to
dive
drop down to the city.
into the fucking city?
Yeah.
Is that like protocol?
I think it's just like you say, it's just trying to push the story on that little bit now, isn't it?
And yet, one more person survives a helicopter crash without a scratch.
Hot scratch.
The other thing I noticed as well, right, is that you've then got, what was that guy called from Stranger Things?
David Harper.
Right, so you've got him in his control room, and do you notice like the cameras they pull up on the screen? So later on, you've got Enchantress has started her machine, and it's like basically going around the world destroying all the targets because they've captured Amanda, and they like must go into her mind or something because I think she's hung upside down, and she's got a thing linked to her head, right? Right. And they're destroying all the military targets, and the guys are in the room, they're like, how did he know where all these military targets are? Right? But yet they've got a camera. They just happen to have a camera on every single military target. Even at one point, you see a ship in, I think it's an aircraft carrier in the middle of the sea, get like ion cannoned. And then all of a sudden they've got that same scene on the screen.
Oh, it's
you get
like
what I mean?
They've replayed back this scene that we've watched as their security cameras, isn't it?
As their security cameras.
Yeah.
Perfectly.
It's classic.
It drives me insane, shit like that.
Yeah.
It's like you just happen to have a camera pointing to that ship at that time.
Yeah. Did you notice, like with Katana, like you're saying before, just don't really do anything. But when Will Smith, he finds all the information, doesn't he?
Yeah.
About the whole mission, it's all top secret. He reads the whole file, which is probably about 15 inches thick. Reads all that within 30 seconds. Throws it at Rick, says like, tell them the truth, what's happening. I'm going for a drink. Then they all go for a drink. And even Katana turns around and goes, fuck it, I'm going for one as well.
I know.
She's like on their side now instead of Rick's. And she was trying to kill them all straight away.
I know, all because he finds this file and Speed reads it.
Yeah.
Because I did think that because you go to the crash to try and find Amanda. She's not there, but she leaves a file behind.
Yeah. And
then in the time it takes them to like start walking off like 10 yards, he comes up behind and goes, want to explain this shit?
Yeah, literally speed read it, didn't it?
Yeah.
Straight away, so quick. And then it goes in like a little bit of a backstory with Diablo telling about how he's killed his family by mistake because he got in a bit of a rage. That's why he doesn't use his power much anymore. And then Rick's gave us the sob story about he was in love with Rose. June Moon, that's the one. Why do we keep calling her Rose?
I don't know.
I've got Rose stuck in my head for her. I don't know why.
Mate. June Moon.
Yeah. So they've all got a bit of a pet talk. Yeah. And they're all ready for the suicide mission now to go and kill Enchantress and the brother.
Just going back to that scene as well, right? So when they're in there, and I think Flag comes in and gives Deadshot a bunch of letters from his daughter.
Yeah.
And he says, you had these all along. And he's like, yeah. You'd be pissed off. You wouldn't then suddenly volunteer to go and fucking kill Enchantress. You'd be, hold on. You'd be like, hold on, you've had these letters from my daughter. You've not given them to me.
That's what I thought. He's like,
you're a dickhead.
Yeah, instead he shakes his hands like, oh, cool, cheers.
Yeah. Like, cheers, mate. Thanks for keeping hold of them.
Yeah.
You've been sniffing these.
Been locked up for.
All right.
Is it every day as well?
Every fucking day. No, I'm not being funny. No one's writing someone every fucking day.
But where's the rest of the letters?
Must be so boring.
Where's the rest of the letters, though?
Yeah, good show.
I mean, there's only like, what, 5, 6?
Maybe he's only been locked up 5 days.
Possibly. It's not yet Christmas. It's not yet Christmas. And this scene as well, this kills me. Bloody hell. Killer Croc.
Go on.
Right. It's just a crap character. Really, really bad.
He is.
Honestly. And part of the team talk, Rick's come up with a plan that the Navy SEALs will go underneath the sewers, or is it the subway station, underneath them to let off this big dirty bomb so he can kill the brother.
Yeah. Right. I've got a couple of questions about this. Right. The first question
Yeah.
is, so when Enchantress escaped,
Yeah.
they were in the subway, right? There's a scene when they're in the subway and he's giving Enchantress this big circle bomb. Looks like a big Roomba. Giving her the bomb so she can go and teleport it up, right?
Yeah.
Right. But she doesn't fucking take it. She disappears. She does one, right? So number one, why does he just leave the bomb there?
Yeah. Just
So he said, because he says, there's a bomb in the subway.
Yeah. I've just
Well,
left
that's
a
great,
nuclear
mate,
bomb
'cause-
underneath the ground, by the way, just in case any kids walk past.
Because that's fucking responsible. Right. So he's left that, possibly on the tracks. Thank God a train hasn't come past. Right. Okay, right, bear with me. So then he sends in his Navy SEAL buddies, right, to go and fetch the bomb from the subway, which is now flooded. Right?
Yep.
Right, okay. Fair enough. All right, you left the bomb there, flooded, go and let your mates in. But do you notice later on, when they set the bomb off, they don't give the guys time to get out of there?
No, he's dead as well, isn't there? I noticed that.
Yeah. He sets the bomb off. Right, and the other thing is Enchantress's brother's this fucking demigod, extra dimensional fucking demigod. Why is a bomb killing him?
It's the mystery of the Suicide Squad, that, mate.
Mate, if a bomb just kills him, why don't they just send in some F-16s or
Yeah,
I don't know,
It's true.
a ballistic missile or, you know, a nuke?
Yeah, or
fucking
fire
something.
something. No, yeah, get something in there, couldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause like, say if that bomb just blows up underneath, right? Just drop it on a plane instead.
Exactly.
Oh, that'd be too easy, though, mate. You wouldn't need Suicide Squad then.
Mate, the whole way this film ends winds me up. Right, because the fight scenes are terrible. They all try and attack her like one at a time. She fucking battering them, right? She's having a play with them, fighting them, and then she just goes, right, I've had enough now. And goes, does some kind of move, and all the weapons just kind of fly out their hands towards her. Why didn't you just do that before? Why are you playing with your food? What are you doing? Just fucking kill him. Why you got to mess about?
The scene with the Killer Croc, he goes over to the Navy SEALs, and they're like, yeah, we've got this. And that guy to the right doesn't look like a Navy SEAL. His belly is out there. He's like retired
He's got a
16
belly
years
like me.
ago. Right?
Yeah.
So it's this line from the Killer Croc, right? Navy SEALs, we don't need your help. We got this covered.
I'm not asking, bruh. I live on the ground. Y'all are just tourists.
You're just tourists. Fuck off, mate. Why is he in this film? We need to talk about Killer Croc because he does fuck all. What does he do?
Absolutely.
What does he do to contribute? The other thing as well, right? At one point, he says to them, I've already lost one family. I'm not about to lose another. Dude, how are these guys now your family? You've known them for like 10 minutes. You don't even know their real names. But if you said like Deadshot, what's your real name? Be like, I don't know. Be like, it's Floyd. It's like, no, it's not Floyd. Are you mad? He shoots him. She goes over with a baseball bat. Boomerang Man comes over and tickles him or whatever. And it's like, well, no, I do like that when you see Diablo's true form, and he's like this fire god. It is good, and he starts battering him. But then you've got like the Navy SEALs underground with the bomb, and it's like we got to get him to the corner. That's where the bomb's gonna go off. It's just this poor guy, this poor Navy SEAL. It's like dude, are you there? Yeah, right. Blow it up. Like, what? I'd be like, fuck off. Mate, the timer's 2 seconds. How do I change it? Yeah, you can't.
Sorry, dude.
Mate, you just wouldn't, would you?
I was like, he did not tell him at the start, did he, on the debrief?
He did not know.
When he said, like, you're helping the Suicide Squad to do this mission, he didn't think he was involved in that squad.
No. That's it. They call these the Suicide Squad, but none of these have killed themselves. The only one is that one Navy SEAL. He is literally the Suicide Squad.
Sacrificed himself for it, didn't he?
Yeah, and how they actually managed to kill Enchantress at the end. I mean, she rips all the weapons now away from them, like I said before. And then she's like, you guys are far, right? Do you want to come and join me?
It's like,
Who the
come
fuck
on to
does she
the
think
dark
she is?
side.
Yeah. And then Harley takes up the challenge.
Now, did you think that she was bluffing for this, or do you think she was being serious?
Yeah, definitely she was bluffing.
I don't, the way she starts walking towards her, and she's like, she wants to be with Pudding again. She wants that
Pudding.
happy life, doesn't she, with him?
With my pudding.
My Pudding. Like, I like what you're selling, lady. It's really good. I'm just going to bend down where this sword is.
Yeah, where this sword happens to be. And then rips out her heart.
Yeah. Just takes it out really easy. Weakens her down. And
It's just-
then kicks in the ultra slow motion.
Mate, yeah. This is what ruins it for me, because not only has a bomb killed a brother, now they throw a bomb slow as fuck towards the machine, the beam, like the ion cannon, whatever you want to fucking call it.
But on that slow motion thing, Harley Quinn throws her gun towards Deadshot.
Yeah.
Right? He's got guns on his wrist already. Why can't he use them?
Oh, fuck knows. But then he's got to make the perfect slow motion.
Yeah. In the meantime, this is still going in slow motion. He stops for about 3 or 4 seconds to look down because he sees his daughter, because Enchantress.
Enchantress.
It's a bit of a mouthful word then.
June Moon.
Enchantress was getting inside his head. So this is literally like 5 seconds long of a kid saying like, don't do it, Dad, please don't do it. And he looks up and the bomb's halfway there still. It's like super slow down travel, isn't it?
It's just a shit way to end the film, to be honest.
Yeah. It kind of ruined it, hasn't it, the way that they do it. And then, boom, as you know, never misses a shot and blows it up.
Bomb.
That's it. They're all happy.
Pretty much concludes the film, because I think after that, Deadshot gets kind of his happy ending. They make a few demands from Amanda, except for poor Boomerang, who gets fuck all.
They kind of deserved it in a way, but it should be in
Well,
like
what?
a Cat DJ or something. Do you know what I mean? not in some Supermax locked away or that.
Well, Killer Croc gets BET for his little swamp. What does Harley Quinn get? Oh, she gets a coffee machine.
Yeah, coffee machine.
Can I have, what do you want? Coffee machine. And then, I was about to say Deadpool. Deadshot gets visitation rights with his daughter.
Yeah. And that's it. And that's the film done. Not exactly a Suicide Squad at all. Nobody died other than Slipknot.
Yeah, there was only one suicide.
The Marine. Which was a true suicide, that really, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was only one suicide. It wasn't even part of the squad.
That is the end of the film.
What's your final thoughts of the film? Do you think it deserves the 5.9 on IMDb? If you could make it, what would you change?
I will be honest with you.
Go on.
Personally, I'd probably change the Joker. I'll cut out a lot of the scenes with him. I believe a lot of scenes were cut. I think they didn't cut enough. It's just start of it, like say with the Joker, I liked it. It's a bit of the backstory with Harley Quinn, etc. But then when she starts doing all these flashbacks and making this love story thing drag on a hell of a lot, I think that wasn't needed. Really enjoyed the special effects.
Yes.
I think the special effects were fantastic on it, especially when Enchantress, pretty much anything that she was in, she was like really good with the effects, the way they'd done it. The way she moved around, it kept it dark and mysterious stuff. Enjoyed that. Deadshot, when he was on the car doing his thing.
Yeah,
that was really cool, just killing all the jelly men running at him.
What do you think led it down?
Like you say, it's just the whole last half hour, really. It just feels majorly rushed. Because they're fighting them left, right, and centre until to get to the bar, have the drink, do the pep talk, and then there's not a single jelly man around to just walk straight into it.
Yeah.
There's not like a fight whatsoever. Exactly where she is. There's no guards or anything.
Yeah, I would agree with you on a lot of that. So, like you said, the Joker scenes should have been in the backstory, definitely. Like I said before, Joker and Harley go hand in hand. But the whole arc about him trying to rescue her didn't need to be there. Didn't really need to be there.
And like you say, with the helicopter scene as well,
Yeah,
it wasn't needed because it makes the whole film pointless.
it does. Yeah, because like I said before, if you think about it, all they did was they worked their way through the city just to take her from her room to the roof for a helicopter to come. First helicopter has the Joker on. Second one comes within like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like taxis in this universe. But yeah, I think as well, the first half of the film I thought was great. Loved the intro, like I said before, great soundtrack. You know, the way that he explained, the characters, brilliant. But the second half, it's almost like they thought. I don't know if it was done on the, you know, in the edit room, but it's kind of shit. We spent like an hour introducing these characters. We want to try and keep it under 2 hours, so we're just going to have to rush the second half of it.
I think that's what they did, isn't it? They took the time on the start too much.
Yeah,
for it all, and I think they've put the wrong part.
Because I get the impression what they wanted from this is they probably wanted to try and get a few sequels out of it. Which, you know, looking at the box office results, they made a lot of money on it.
Yeah,
but I think
made money.
it was panned. It was panned by the critics. But yeah, there's a lot you'd change. There's a lot I'd keep. I agree with you. The scenes with the guns when he's on the car, brilliant scene. When you first see him shooting through them targets and you see the hole, great scene. But I think the chemistry between them in the bar when they all decide that they're going to go on this suicide mission to stop the Enchantress, I didn't really buy it. It just didn't seem in them.
Yeah.
Like, that's the type, from what we've seen so far, from being every man for the fucking self, they had no motivation to go and stop Enchantress. They could have just fucked off. I mean, I think even Flag at that point had smashed the phone on the bar that controlled the chips in the neck.
Yeah.
So they could have just done one. And I really wouldn't have been surprised if they did. But yeah, it was just.
So what would you have rated it yourself?
I think 5.9 is a bit below. There's worse films out there that have got high reviews.
Definitely.
I'd definitely be in the 6s.
6.5, I was thinking.
6, yeah, I'd probably agree with you there. 7 would be way too much. Definitely not a 7. Definitely not a 7.
No.
But yeah, low 6s I'd give it. But it did surprise me when it was a 5.9.
And who was your favourite actor?
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie.
What about you?
Go for Margot.
You want for Margot?
I'll go for Margot, mate.
Definitely deserved.
Like you say, because the way she plays craziness, it is quite good, isn't it? It's quite quirky and that lot as well.
It's like she was made for that character. It's like when you think of Harley Quinn now, it's her.
Yeah, the looks and everything.
With the looks, with the
perfect.
With the different, what is it, like the rainbow coloured hair, the different coloured hair and all that, you know. And the whole outfit is now Harley Quinn.
Yeah, 100%, mate. And finally, we have the Worst Actor Award, the Steven Seagal Award.
I'm gonna take you to the bank, Senator Trent. To the blood bank.
God, we've got to do a couple of his films soon.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure there's going to be plenty of Steven Seagal films. Same with Jean-Claude Van Damme films as well, what are going to be below 6.
Most of them.
We was actually looking the other day, wasn't we? Talking about below 6 films. Oh my God, how many Adam Sandler films was there?
Oh, there's a lot. We could probably do a whole series on Adam Sandler.
Yeah, and quite a lot of Will Ferrell as well. So stay tuned for them ones, guys.
We'll be coming up.
Doing them. Yeah. So the Worst Actor Award. I've got to say, it's probably not down to his acting per se.
His?
Yes. Jared Leto. It's the character. It didn't fit Do you know what I mean? The way he portrayed it, I think he let the Joker character down. I mean, that's my personal opinion. I know how a lot of people did enjoy his version of Joker, but personally, I don't think it was that great. And yeah, I just down to that. I mean, kind of blame him for the acting. Was he being pushed by a director maybe to go down that path and take the route he did? But it didn't come off well in the end either way.
I don't know. The rumors of his on-set antics, I doubt the director was pushing for any of that shit.
That's what's making me think
He used
it's more
condoms.
him doing it, not the director pushing it.
Yeah.
And that is why I've gone for him as the worst actor award for this one.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'm going to say June Moon. June Moon, the Enchantress. What's her name? Cara Della. Della something. What's her name? Anyway, June Moon. I don't know what it is. She was alright, the Enchantress. As June Moon, she does look like a boy in a suit. Well, that's just based on her looks. But basically, all she did through the whole film was sway.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, the whole thing when she's building a machine.
Cara Delevingne.
Yeah, so she's just there swaying.
Wait, yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't rate her as an actress, even as a model. That's my personal opinion.
That's right. I thought she played it quite well when she wasn't towards the end. You know what I mean? Like when she came through the mirror, she looked quite creepy as fuck. When she was in the room, she's like stroking that guard's neck and stuff, like little things like that. I quite liked.
It was just
but towards the back end of the film, she just swayed a lot.
Yeah, and when she was playing, when she was June Moon character, she just seemed bland, boring. I thought the relationship between her and Flag wasn't realistic. They had no chemistry.
Yeah, 100%.
As Enchantress, she started off well. The makeup and the effects around her, brilliant.
Yeah, they were really amazing.
It was just the final act when, like I say, she just literally just stood there in front of a machine swaying. Yeah. But yeah, that'd be my choice. It wasn't the worst I've ever seen. Don't get me wrong.
Overall, it wasn't a bad acting, was it, overall?
Out of everyone in the film, there were some big names, some good actors in that film. I think I've got to give it to her. Give it to her, yeah.
That's fair enough, mate. That's fair enough.
Jared, close second, though.
Yeah. Now, if anybody else wanted to view their opinion or let us know who would they give their award to, how would they contact us, Eric?
Well, you can either email us, 6andbelowmoviepodcast@gmail.com.
He's done his homework.
He has. You can leave a comment. If you're watching this on YouTube, leave a comment below. If you want to recommend some films, as long as the 6 and below, feel free. We'll try and get around to them.
Yep, certainly will.
But we'd appreciate subscribe, It really helps the channel.
Yeah, if you're watching on Spotify, well, listening on Spotify, I should say, don't forget to hit that 5-star rating, as a lot of them do go on the star ratings for recommendations.
And please, 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 please recommend us to your friends. If you enjoy this type of thing, we're going to release every week. We've already released 2 so far. And I think we've got a Halloween one coming up.
Yeah, we've got 2 Halloween ones coming up next.
Yeah. We haven't quite decided on what we're going to be doing yet.
Yeah.
But
we're looking at, if you want to play along for next week's, we're doing The Werewolves Within.
That was it.
And then the one after that is still to be decided. So let us know
in
down
the
in the comments
that one next week.
And we might look at that one as well.
Yeah.
And as always, don't forget to hit that like, comment, subscribe on YouTube.
And thank you guys. Thank you guys for listening. If you made it to the end, thank you very much. We appreciate it. I'm Eric. This is Darren, and we're 6 and below.
Bye for now.
Bye. Boom, 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 boom. And that's a wrap. Ugh. That was much.